Top of the even to you, ladies and gentlemen. It's 2022 or 2020, according to Joe Biden. We're happy to have you back for another year. We're glad to be back. If you have been enjoying our stuff, as usual, give us a quick like and subscribe to our channel. It means the world to us, and it makes a big difference on our end. So with that, drums, let's get the year going. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
What is up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to another year of the kingdom. As usual, my name is Drums, and I am joined by the brothers behind King Golf, Regan and Jordan Headley. We'll do as we usually do, head up north, see what's going on with Reg. How are you, my friend? How were the holidays?
Holidays were okay. This seems to be a rinse and repeat every week on this podcast. My tooth is still not back to normal. So I really didn't drink all that much over the holidays. I really couldn't. I was pretty much on antibiotics the whole time. We let loose at Mertz's on New Year's Eve there, but other than that, not a whole lot to report holiday wise. It was good it was kind of a shitty way that it fell this year, just with Christmas being on the weekend and New Year being on the weekend. Like, I really only had both Mondays off, so it wasn't like an extended holiday season, but it was definitely good. Lots of people were home, and George was home for most of it, so it was good to hang out at the house for a while. And I don't know, yeah, things are good.
Perfect. George, how about you, my friend?
Currently fighting Omicron, by the way, or Omicron, whatever the hell it is. Not on paper, because I'm not going to get tested, but I think I'm fighting right now.
That a boy. Top of the evening to you, boys. Happy New Year. Merry Christmas to all. These guys are struggling right now. The Drums is just recovering from Omicron, and Rigo has it now. So I don't know if we should be saying that. Maybe it might get kicked off of YouTube. I don't know how that stuff works, but they have everybody the cold, the common cold.
Shit,
So they're struggling a bit. We just wanted to basically come on here quickly tonight. It is actually going to be a quick one. We're thinking about 20 to 30 minutes maximum, and just kind of check in, say hi, and let you know what we got going on this year. So, but for myself, yeah, as Rigo mentioned, I was in Dauphin for about a week total, I think. Unlike Rigo, I don't think I took a day off of drinking for the whole holidays. I was talking to Moose yesterday, and I said that this is basically my first time in about 2 weeks that I didn't have a beer. So nothing crazy, but like I'd be downstairs or whatever, and Dad would ask if I want a Caesar at about 3 p.m. every day. And then it just kind of went from there every day. So every night, but it was good. Got a shit ton of snow today. I went out to shovel probably around 4 o'clock, maybe 4:30. And then, before Kel got home, and then I had to go out right before the podcast, and there was already another inch or two of snow to shovel off. So
never ending.
This has got to kind of be a record in terms of cold and snow, both, right? Like it's usually one or the other, it seems like, in Manitoba, but right now we're just getting hammered with both.
Yeah, I think December, I think it was one of the highest snowfalls in quite some time. I seen somewhere in the States they got like 40 feet accumulated over December. I could be pure bullshit, but I thought I saw that somewhere.
Well, when I was shoveling, like the amount of snow in our yard right now, and the banks that I'm throwing the snow over is just insane. So, but
then like we drove to Winnipeg on the weekend, and like there's fields that are still like you can still see dirt in places. Like it's unreal. Yeah, it's been so windy though that like there's big drifts, but then like there's spots that are. It's been cold though. Jesus, like I know we live in Manitoba, but like a break would be nice. Like it's been unreal.
We had such a good last couple of winters, but as we always say, it's Manitoba. We should come to expect it by now, right?
It is what it is.
It is what it is.
Drums, you're feeling better?
Feeling
how's the holidays with Luca? First one.
I mean, it was a pretty kind of fucked up holiday, Christmas time. We were all kind of on isolation for the 10 days here, so we didn't get to have Christmas on Christmas. We did kind of the virtual opening of a few gifts, and then we did like Christmas with our families on New Year's. So it was a week delayed, but it was, I don't know, like that sucked, being like couldn't go to mom and dad's and stuff for
Yeah.
the
I'm sure it
dinner and
killed them
whatnot.
more
Like,
than anybody else.
yeah, so we were we didn't get like super sick. There was like 2-3 days where I had like a wicked fever and I slept like the entire day. And then after that, it was pretty tame. So I don't know. Again, it is what it is. It's going around and everybody's going to get this shit no matter what. So it was just our turn. So we're coming out of it, but I am still like absolutely gassed. Like I would shovel maybe 5 feet of the driveway and I'd have to go inside because I was dripping sweat, just hyperventilating, and I had to lay down for an
Jeez.
hour and then go back out and try it again. But yeah, first Christmas for Luca was, again, it was kind of ass backwards, but he doesn't know any better. So
Yeah.
but it was fun watching him kind of just get a bunch of stuff and playing with new stuff. But I think, I mean, obviously, as he gets a little more aware of what's going on, it's just going to be more and more special. But this one will be memorable probably for the wrong reasons, but is what it is.
You won't remember anyways.
No.
No chance.
So if you guys haven't noticed yet, Rigo's got a new background. Looks like he's looking at something back there. Looked like a cat.
Yeah, idiot's making a lot of noise here, so he'll probably
Give her hell.
no, he'll probably meow for 5 minutes, and I'll go to let him out, and he'll get one blast of the cold air in his face and run back down the stairs like the last 14 days. So that's not annoying at all. If anybody wants a cat, there's one up for auction from the house here.
You've said that a few times, so I think you might be actually serious.
Yeah.
So our award show we had a couple weeks ago, pretty good. It seemed like it was our most attended virtually, I guess, podcast and YouTube episode so far. So it seemed like people enjoyed that. Got a bit of feedback. Had a couple of people laugh at our suits and stuff. But what did you say, Rigo?
I definitely had a few screenshots sent to me. Yeah, it got sent to the work group chat, asking why I was so impressed.
What did you say though?
I just said keep looking at it. The more people look at it, the more views we get. So
that's right. Sometimes you got to be a little bit corny or cheesy, I guess. But it was fun. We had a good time doing it, and all the winners were very well deserved. So we got lots to look forward to. We're actually going to take a couple of them maybe on the road this summer and put them to the test ourselves in terms of toughest course. We're going to challenge maybe the top 4 from the Twitter polls and see, give our own version of who is actually the toughest based on the scores and our own input. So as mentioned, I guess tonight, I'll probably be doing the majority of the talking because these Omnicrons have been hacking up along and struggling a bit. So we really just wanted to come on tonight and check in with everybody, say hi, and Happy New Year to everybody, and just kind of go through a few things that we have in the works right now. We've talked about it a little bit before in terms of kind of the point of the podcast is it's a branch of King Golf, obviously, and the Kingdom and the new stuff we're working on. But we really want to give everybody the first chance at everything that we do and first opportunity. So something new this year we got in the works, pretty fresh. So forgive us if it's kind of scrambly a little bit, but I guess just kind of go off of Reggie's stroke saver like we've been doing for the last year, or however long we've been doing it. We're going to do KNG Labs or something we're going to call it. So Rigo, I guess give us a quick update on what that's going to look like.
So basically what we're looking for is 5 people who we're going to get the 5 participants to send myself. You guys can obviously watch it too, see if you can pick anything out, but send me a video and of your golf swing, and I'll do my best to find one tip to change in the swing itself. And then we're going to pick, they might be previously used stroke savers or something that we're going to come up with in the next couple of weeks here. We're going to come up with 5 of them, and we're going to track your handicap from the start of the year to the end of the year using the 1 swing tip and the 5 stroke savers, and see if we can save you some strokes that way. we'll kind of do a monthly check-in and whatnot. We're hoping to use the Grint Golf app, but like George said, this is still kind of in the beginner stages. We kind of just wanted to give our podcast listeners kind of first crack at it if anybody's interested out there. I think we've already kind of got a couple guys maybe set aside for it. So we're looking for maybe 3 more guys. And so, yeah, if you're interested in that, just reach out to us any of the social medias and let us know, or just text us. Lots of you guys have our numbers. So anything else to add on that, George?
Yeah, I think the only thing that I would add to that is, as you said, I mean, we've talked about it countless times on here. Rigo is not a CPGA pro or has his teaching license or anything like that. I just know from experience, and I'm sure Drums would say the same. He's always very quick, not quick, but very knowledgeable, I guess, in a sense of he can find things quite easily in somebody's swing without overcomplicating things. So what we really want to do is just like find one thing. It won't be a detailed analysis or anything like that. Rigo will, and I guess me and Drums won't do a whole hell of a lot, but we'll try to find one thing to work on and keep it simple. I think that'll be the key, is keeping things simple, and going with Rigo's stroke savers, kind of putting together a 5-part series and just track. I think it'll just be fun to track and see if there's much of a difference, or if not.
I'll just get fired for my job here. So
are we going to be involved in this too?
Yeah.
Me and you, Drums?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we'll be part of the our handicap, you mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I like that idea.
Yeah.
I don't think there'll be a prize or anything for the biggest change. I think it'll just be cool to see progress, right? And track and kind of go through the year and see. Yeah, I heard that one.
Yeah, I think, and in terms of the 5 stroke savers, I mean, you guys, everybody who listens to the podcast knows, but it's just going to be course management type deal.
Yeah, right.
Mental part of the game, not necessarily changing anything drastically, just ways that you wouldn't normally think of, such as the check-ins that Jor often talks about a few holes in to see where things are at in regards to the green speed and stuff like that, how you're hitting it. Just different types of course management that can save you strokes when implemented. So I'm excited to see how it pans out as well. So we'll see how things go with that.
Yep, I agree. And so if, as Rigo said, if you're interested, find a way to get at us and we'll add you to we're only going to do 5 because we really want to keep it we don't want to overdo it and, have too much going on. And the whole thing is really meant to just keep things simple and try to improve that way. I think that's the best way to approach it in golf. So what else we got going on? We got a couple of cool guests to, I guess, announce or talk about. We don't have a confirmed date on them, but we really want to get them done in the next couple months, I would say. So, Rigo, we just had an announcement earlier today.
Yeah, Ryan from Monday Q Golf is going to come on the podcast. So that's super interesting. I've covered him about 1 million times on our podcast. So we'll get to hear the words from his mouth instead of me basically retweeting what he says on here. So if you guys have any questions in regards to what you want to hear us ask him or what you want to hear from him, just let us know about that. And probably on that note too, Jor, Drums, we're probably looking for, we can brainstorm as much as we want during the week, but it's the listeners that kind of make the podcast. We'd like to hear from you guys on what you'd like to hear on the podcast. Any ideas, any segment ideas, anybody you want us to try to get on here to interview, would that make sense?
Mm-hmm. Definitely.
Any potential interviews?
Yeah. Another one we're going to do for sure is going to be Ingram again, DI. This one's going to be kind of a different one though. I think we all got a copy of his book for Christmas. And so we're all going to tear through it and then have him on to specifically talk about the book. So I guess what we would ask you don't have to do it, obviously, but I mean, we like people to be involved with this kind of stuff. So if you also want something to do in the new year, pick up a copy of DI's book, go through it, and then just send us a question if you have any questions for him specifically about the book. And I think that'll be a really, really cool episode to talk about him and have a very in-depth conversation about the book.
Drums, we didn't tell you about that, but so I reached out to DI on Twitter and got a book sent out for Jor and Dad for Christmas, and I just got him to throw one in for me too, and he actually threw in 3 for the podcast as well. So we'll be doing some giveaways on those books coming up in the near future here. But so I got one for Dad, one for Jor, and one for myself, and then open it up Christmas morning, and Jor got me one too. He ordered it from Amazon, so DI didn't know. So looks like I'm doing a DI book sale here. And I just got a whole stack of them here, but one's coming to you shortly, Drums and Brandon.
Beauty.
So if you have a chance, still pick up the book, read it, and send us any questions you have for us to discuss with DI on the podcast. If you've listened to DI before or listened to our previous podcast with him, he's such an amazing guy and super easy to talk to, and he'll be happy to answer any questions. So that's our ask of you, I would say, for this episode. And
The Kingdom Book Club.
The Kingdom Book Club, episode 1, featuring Derek Ingram. So that'll be fun. What else we got here, fellas? I think that's it for guests. We'll have our couple usuals, I think, on again. Patty, we'll have Rip on as soon as he gets the goal.
Start
So
playing
you can
again.
start playing again.
Yeah, that's right. And
Is he due back
maybe a
pretty
couple-
soon?
Yeah, probably pretty close to that, because they're off now till the 15th, so 11 days off they got. They're supposed to be on a West Coast road trip, and all 3 games got postponed, or all 4 games got postponed. Yeah. So they could use a break, anyways. Try to regain their mojo here. Yeah.
Okay, and I guess this is kind of the last thing that I wanted to talk about tonight. I don't know if you guys have anything else or not, but if you do, keep it in the back of your brains. But we talked about the Kingdom before, the Kingdom project that we're working on, which is a platform to, I guess, to showcase the best golf from around the world. So it's something that we're going to be officially working on in 2022. We've kind of launched it, I guess, a pre-launch on TikTok, and it's gone pretty well, I think, so far. We've had about 60 to 65 ish people uploads onto our portal for videos. There are some not so great ones, but that's part of the whole process. And there's been some really good ones on there. So I guess the ask on this end would be, if you have, just take a look through your camera roll. I mean, it's -40 outside right now, and there's not a whole lot to do. If you're a golfer and you're somebody who has their phone handy on the golf course, just take a quick peek through your camera roll and upload it to the portal. And we're going to start posting it on TikTok, Instagram, Twitter, maybe Facebook. I don't know. I don't really like Facebook, but we kind of have to be there. And that's how things are going to go for 2022. So it's officially launched now, I guess. And we just got to start building it up. And we would love to have our own community and listeners and followers to be the kind of the initial crew of contributors for it. So take a look through it there. As we mentioned before, it doesn't have to be, Pat Wojcik hitting a putt at the Ironman type of viral video. We're just looking for good golf content. So whether it's a putt or a crazy up and down or whatever it may be, just upload it to the portal. So I guess if you have any questions on that, reach out to me on Instagram, and I can walk you through the process and send you the Rigo might be dying right now.
All right.
No.
Omicron has taken over the kingdom. So where was I? Reach out to me on Instagram. I'll send you the link to the portal, and you can start uploading videos there anytime. And we're going to start sharing them across the kingdom platforms. And we want to get that going. So, oh, and I guess I forgot to mention the videos that we do use, we're going to be paying people for in TFUEL. So if you haven't heard about this, we have a previous video that we've done on YouTube before. So check it out. It's called How to Make Money Golfing, or How to Make TFUEL Golfing, something like that. It's on our YouTube channel. So that's all I got.
Yeah, that's all I got too.
We better hit the highway before you guys perish here, or spread it to me from
my face is gonna turn to the background here anyway. Just faded.
You were
got
quite,
pretty
you were
red for a
quite
while
red.
there.
Yeah. I think you were gonna explode.
Okay, coughed up supper. I thought you were gonna explode. I need some water. Let's wrap this up.
Okay, let's peace out for this week. We perhaps will come back next week with a interview. We're just trying to shore up those details, but that's the plan. So we'll have a good one next week. But yeah, take care of yourself, Regan. Get healthy.
Thank you.
Jor, keep avoiding it. Is that a kid?
Hey, if yeah, I will.
And yeah, everybody
Load
else
up on
stay as
vitamin
healthy as
D.
possible. Yep. Take vitamins. Be healthy. All right, boys, let's get out of here. Love you. Peace.
See you, boys.
Love you, boys.